going to tell you about my first evening at Aurovalley Ashram, and it's been absolutely beautiful. And it cost me 265 rupees to go from Delhi to Haridwar, well, more than Haridwar actually, near Rishikesh. I got off at Raiwala, and that's near Rishikesh. 265 rupees, that is about £3 to go for a 6-hour journey. Love it, love it. Anyway, then I got off and found a rickshaw and went to Aurovalley Ashram. Oh my God, that was even worse ride. Even though it was only 3 kilometers, it was like seriously bad roads for a rickshaw anyway. It was just, oh my God, it was like, I felt my insides were gonna, honestly, it was like the jolts were, I thought I'm gonna actually hurt my back or something like that. And then the heavens opened, it started to rain really heavily, and all my stuff in the rickshaw got really wet because it was open sides, obviously. It's quite a big rickshaw. And then the poor guy had to stop, and I was helping him, and we were pulling down the sides, so that it didn't really make much difference, to be honest. Then I got to this beautiful ashram, and it was, and it's amazing. It's so, so, so lovely. It's calm, it's pretty. A lovely lady, a lovely man, a gate man, he showed me to the office where I met Swamiji, and a lovely lady from America who showed me around, showed me where the dinner area was, where the yoga area was, library, meditation hall, everything, the gardens, the grounds. I'm going to go for a proper explore. And it's actually in a national park, so there's animals around, so there's like wild elephants and deer just come roaming in. Wild elephants come roaming in. I really want that to happen while I'm here. Please let that happen, you know. I don't know how often it happens, but it happens. And I'm going to also find out the name of that national park and write it below as well, because obviously it's important to know that. Anyway, so by this time, obviously, you know, I am filthy, like proper filthy. From that train ride, you know, it's like, it's nice and air conditioned, but you get a bit grubby, don't you really? And I didn't wash or anything like that. I just like slept and read my book, slept some more, ate a lot. Spent, in that whole journey, by the way, I spent 400 rupees, which is about £4.50 in English money, for loads of food. 2 thalis, 1 veg biryani, samosas, water. And I even bought an English version of the Bhagavad Gita, and which is really nice because I've just read the children's version, so now I've got an adult's version. And anyway, so what was I going to say? Yeah, so, and I was absolutely filthy. So from the train and then the bus ride, my God, I had my scarf over me, like I had my scarf around me, I had my scarf like this. I tucked it under my glasses. I looked really, really insane, but I didn't care because I'll tell you what, I could feel my lungs crying out for this dust. You could see the dust everywhere, and it was thick on me. It was settled all over me, and obviously I was like out the window because I needed the heat. I needed the fan. So it was just completely insane. I got here, I was filthy, and then obviously wet as well. So it was kind of like loads and loads and loads of dirt and dust mingled with rain, mingled with mud on my feet and on my bags. Yeah, it was, I'm sweat, total sweat. I mean, because it was so humid. So I was proper filthy. And anyway, this lovely lady, Swamiji, went and made a nice cup of chai and a drink, and then I came up to my room, and the room is beautiful, and I have shown you around the room already, and then I just had this hot shower, and the water is piping hot. So if you stay here, be careful of that, turn it down a bit, because it's all solar powered and there's so many solar panels on the roof. So then after that, I went down to meditation in the lovely meditation hall, and it was great. I'm going to write a blog about that because that was quite funny, the stuff that was going through my head. And that was very, very nice. And when I sort of came out of it, people were gone, apart from one guy. And dinner's at 7. So I came up, it's really dark around here, and I didn't take my phone down to the meditation hall or anything, so I came back up, I got my phone just for that. I need to buy a flashlight because all I've got for my torch is my iPhone, which is what I'm working on now, and it's just not enough because it's pitch black, and we live in a national park and there's wild animals, so I need to kind of see if I'm going to be eaten by anything. Anyway, so then I'm not going to be eaten by anything. Then so I went down and had dinner, and dinner was really lovely. It's like complete silence. You get your plate, somebody serves you your dinner, which was just nice rice, very simple, and the water and a cup of water. You get that yourself, and you sit in silence. Then you take your plate to wash your plate up, dry it, and put it back where, and everything's done in silence, and it's really nice. It's different. It's not anything I've done before. I'm used to like loads of people, and I'm used to talking a lot myself. So this whole being with people and being in complete silence is nice, because I know that to eat mindfully is really, really important. So like my phone was off, and I was just eating and being really aware of what it tastes like. I was being aware of chewing. I was being very, very mindful and aware of how I was spooning it up in my spoon. So yeah, that's great. That's better than sitting there and wolfing it down whilst looking at Facebook, whilst doing that, whilst talking to the kids on WhatsApp, whilst doing something else. Obviously it's better. And that's what I've come here for. I've come here for to give myself the time that I know I need, and that I don't discipline myself enough to do. Meditation, yoga, I do it, but I don't do it to the depth of how I'd like to do it. And so this whole week here, and I might stay longer, I don't know, is to give myself to give myself that time, get rid of all distractions, read my books, attend the library. Well, look, I'll tell you what happened this evening, and I'll tell you the order of the day. So, well, I'm going to do that now. I don't know it off by heart, so I'm just going to go and get my key, because on my key is a list of what happens, and I'll be back. Hi guys, so I'm back. But here's the key, and on the key has 6 a.m. meditation, 7 a.m. asanas, but at the moment, because it's monsoon, the yoga teacher isn't here, but it doesn't matter, because there's 2 yoga halls with mirrors, mats for your own self-practice, which I'm definitely going to be doing. 8 a.m. breakfast, 9 a.m. karma yoga, which I presume is work around the place, 11:30 satsang with Swamiji, 1 p.m. lunch, 3:30 p.m. tea, 4 p.m. study karma yoga, 4:30 asanas, optional, we'll obviously do whatever, 6 o'clock meditation, kirtan, 7 o'clock dinner, 8 o'clock cultural program. So So what I plan to do is join in sometimes, because I also want to go to Rishikesh, and I want to see the prayer on the River Ganges in the evening, and I can't wait to see that. I wanted to see that for so many years, and there's other places. I just want to go for a walk around, take my umbrella in case the heavens open again, and I need a couple more scarves, because the only scarf I have with me, because I left them all at home. How stupid. I've got beautiful ones at home, but I left them all at home, and the only one I've got with me is a tatty old one I quickly had to buy before I left, Monica's, and I used it to cover my pillow on the train. I've used it since then to wipe all my sweat and my dirt away from my face. It needs to go in the wash. Sorry, there's something happening. It needs to go in the wash, and I need some more. So I want to take a walk and do that. So I'm not going to do all of that every single day, although there seems to be quite sometimes free. So for, your own self, whatever. So anyway, tonight I did the meditation, went to dinner, washed that up, and then I went to the library, and then I saw Swami Brahma Dev, his name is actually, and he showed me the library, and the library is absolutely beautiful. It's like a library come museum for the mother, and Sri Aurobindo, who opened this place. I think I'm going to have to find some more information about it, but and there's lots and lots and lots of pictures of them everywhere. It's in a big circular room. It's beautiful. The meditation room is a huge circular room. The library is a huge circular room with just all these beautiful cushions and mats to sit around, and books galore, and beautiful pictures all over the walls of the mother, and quotes from her. And sometimes I stood there and wanted to cry because they really touched me, and I thought, I'm so happy I'm here. I'm so happy I'm here. And then the most amazing thing happened and then we went into the library. So that happened, and then at 8 o'clock Swamiji came in, and then another lady joined us, and he read for about 10 minutes from a book. I'll be honest with you, it was really hard to understand him because it's a very big circular room and he was echoing and he has a thick Indian accent, so it was hard to hear him. But then it was my turn and I read from a book. I pick a page, any page, and I tell everybody, and there was only him and another lady there. Then I read that one page, and then the other lady did it, and then there was a little bit of meditation and quiet time. Sorry, my hair's there because of the fan. Then there was some quiet time and meditation, and then he walked me to my room, but he said, "Come right." He said, "Have you been right up on the roof?" Oh my goodness me. It was just incredible. We're right in National Park. It was like he shone his torch, it's a really strong torch, I need to get one, all around. And you could just see groups of deer because he shone on them, and all you could see is these hundreds of eyes lit up by this torch, and they're all moving. Then he turned his torch off, and all you can see is like fireflies. I think that's what they're called. I've never seen them. But you know, like when somebody at Christmas time has got their Christmas tree lights on, a bush or a tree outside, and it's pitch black, and all you can see is tiny, tiny, tiny little twinkles. That's what it was like. It was so beautiful. I'd never seen anything like it. There was just these twinkle, like little lights flashing on, tiny, tiny little lights flashing on and off at great speed everywhere. It was so beautiful. And we saw many groups of deer, like lots of deer, and we walked all the way around the top, and I am so looking forward to tomorrow morning going and seeing the sunrise somewhere, because it's a 360-degree view, so the sunrise is going to be able to see a sunrise. Also, I could see tonight the mountains faintly. I am so looking forward to going up there tomorrow morning, and I'm going to show you guys because it's going to be incredible. And so that's what I did tonight, yeah. And it was absolutely beautiful, and he's a lovely man, and he showed me that there's a kitchen right downstairs where you can just, there's hot water, cold water, there's also a kettle, there's hot water tank, but there's also a kettle, there's cups, there's tea, there's coffee, there's everything, so I can just wake up in the morning and go and get a drink. And I actually have my own green tea with me, so I might have one of them in the morning and go and sit up on the roof. But I am also doing meditation. But sometimes I might do meditation on the roof, actually, as the sun is rising, because it looks amazing. So that's kind of what's happening here. And tomorrow I will, at the end of the day, I will tell you how my day went. But I'm definitely going to video and show you around the place tomorrow. I'm going to find out what I'm allowed to video and what I'm not allowed to video. But obviously the roof, I'm going to show you the national park and the views of the Himalayas. But to summarize, I feel very happy. I feel very peaceful already. I know I'm just going to have a great time here, and I'm going to hopefully learn a lot of lessons. In fact, I know I'm going to learn a lot of lessons. I know I'm going to remember, and it's about time I did, because I've left it alone for so long. I've been so mixed up with so many things that have been going on in my own head. And I haven't been able to get out of my head, and I know how to get out of my head, just haven't been able to do it. But here is the chance for me to get out of my head and into my heart, and open my heart, yeah. And I'm gonna have a great time in North India. So I love you lots. Peace out, and see you tomorrow. Bye. Good night.